Welcome to Lifestyle Pilates at Home. Today we're doing abs. My name's Michelle. Grab a mat, guys. Come down on your back. I'm going to get you to interlock your fingers for me like this. Place them nice and low down on the base of your neck. Thumbs come underneath your jaw and you're going to squeeze your palms together. So my pointer fingers sit and wrap around the back of my neck. What you're doing is actually making like a collar for your spine, neck, yeah? So I want you to come down on your back with your hands interlocked, hands come down around the back of your neck and lying down on your back for me, please. Heels are about hip distance apart, so about 10 centimeters. You're gonna come down onto your back for me. Heels are about 10 centimeters away from your bottom. Hands are down by your sides. Palms face towards the ceiling for this one. We're just going to get a little bit warm. Okay, so from here, if you have a look, you'll be able to see there's a little gap underneath my back. I want you to feel like your tailbone sits nice and heavy into the mat. I don't want you to be sitting pushing that little gap under your lower back down into the mat. I want you to be sitting so that your tailbone's nice and heavy. From here, take a big breath in for me. As you breathe out, you're actually going to tilt your pelvis forward. So rolling it up, pushing that little gap underneath your back down into the mat, putting quite a bit of pressure into your heels, rolling your tailbone forward, little squeeze of your bottom, just a teeny tiny one, as you push your pelvis up towards the ceiling for me. So coming up until there's a nice straight line between your knees and your shoulders. Take a big breath in here for me. And as you're breathing out, you're going to relax your shoulders and start rolling your spine back and down onto the mat, just moving one vertebrae at a time. We're just trying to get a little bit of movement through each one of your vertebrae at the moment and coming back until you have that little tiny gap underneath your back. Take a big breath in again, please. And breathing out, rolling that spine up. So pushing that lower back down into the ground, not super duper hard, but with a little tiny bit of pressure. A little bit of pressure into your heels and keep pushing your pelvis towards the ceiling. So what you're trying to do is make the distance between your pelvis and your ribs as short as possible. Coming up for me. Now, what I don't want to see, and I see all the time, is that totally ugly, really bad for you, doesn't look nice at all. So let's make it look a bit prettier. I want you to squeeze your bottom and feel like if you were a cat and you had a tail, I want you to feel like you're tucking a tail underneath you and between your legs. So squeezing, pushing your pelvis towards the ceiling for me, making the distance between your ribs and hips as short as you can. Okay, shoulders are nice and relaxed and back. We don't want to be up here. Again, really not attractive and really bad for you. So pulling your fingers down towards your toes. You're going to breathe out, rolling all the way down and through for me. Good, we're just going to do that one more time. Big breath in, please. And breathing out, tilting that pelvis under, putting a little bit of pressure into your heels, lifting your spine towards the ceiling. I want you to feel like you're reaching your knees away from you as you lengthen through your hips. I want you to feel like you're opening through your hips a little. Taking a big breath in at the top, please. And breathing out, you're going to roll all the way down through. Nicely done. Now coming down, interlocking your fingers, as I showed you before. Bringing them down underneath behind the back of your neck. Thumbs come down and underneath your jaw. Pointer fingers wrap around the back of your neck and squeezing the palms of your hands together behind your ears. From here, please take a big breath in and breathing out. You're going to bring your chin to your chest. Take a breath in at the top, please, and breathing out as you come all the way down. Now, I can totally get so much higher, yeah? But that totally means I'm doing it wrong. So, take a big breath in for me. As you breathe out, I want you to feel like your tailbone sits nice and heavy. You've got a little tiny gap underneath your back, yeah? You're just going to come up, keeping your head heavy in your hands, and just coming up until you feel like your belly's starting to work, okay? Breathe in at the top and breathing out as you come down. Good, and again, please, big breath in and breathing out, coming up and through. So, for those of us who have children, me, we all know, breathing out as you come down, please. We all know that they can do some they're amazing, obviously, breathing in, breathing out to come up. But also they can do some pretty yucky things to our vods. Breathe in at the top, please, and breathing out as you come down. So, ladies, bit of pelvic floor work. Big breath in for me, please, and breathing out as you come up. Pause. I want you to feel like you're drawing both of your hip bones in towards each other and feel like you're pulling your belly button up and underneath your rib cage. So reaching it right up and under. Good. Big breath in at the top, please, and breathing out as you come down. We're going to do this 4 more times, please. Big breath in and breathing out as you come up. Breathing in at the top and breathing out as you come down. Now, if you are shaking like me, it's totally fine because this is hard. Big breath in and breathing out as you come up. The reason we're here, big breath in and breathing out, is 1, because you hope it's good for you. Big breath in again and breathing out as you come up. 2, it's really good for your pelvic floor. Big breath in, please, and breathing out to come down. 3, if you're like me, you'd really just like to have some time away from your children who you're currently homeschooling because of COVID. So, big breath in, please, and breathing out to come up. I'm going to get you all to hold here. So, keeping your head nice and heavy back in your hands, you are in that little chest lift, so your tummy is working. If you have the shaky shakes, totally fine. Rest whenever you need to. Head goes back and take a little rest. If you would like, bring your knees in towards your chest. Otherwise, just stick it out, because you're going to get abs at the end of this, and that's what we're trying to do. All right, so from here, I want you to take one leg to tabletop. Tabletop is where your knee is directly over your hip and your toe is in line with your knee. You're going to take the other one to meet it. Knees and ankles are hip distance apart. Pause, please. Take the other foot down and replace the other one. Beautiful. And again, we're going to do it again. Come back to tabletop. Coming up and through. Replace. And come back and down. And again, coming up and through. Good. And replace. So, I've heard of lots of instructors who use the cueing of gently tapping your toe into a glass of water. I don't like that because I don't really care if the water spills. So, what we're going to do now is just a little tap. Yeah? And a little tap. So what I like to imagine is if I tapped my toe into a glass of wine, I would really care if that spilled. Okay? So just a little tap. Don't spill the wine. Good. Your tummy should be working. If you're like me, you should have the little shakes. That means it's working. Rest when you need to, ladies. Don't know what I'm saying, ladies. And any husbands or children who are at home carrying along, following along. All right, we're going to do 4 more because this is really hard and it's hurting me. Good. 3. Good. 2. Beautiful. Last one. Coming back up and through. Bring your knees in towards your chest, please. Have a little rest. I want you to actually, can you see what I did then? Bring your knees right in and roll your bottom up and off the mat. Beautiful. You're going to take one hand on each knee, and just roll them around. Okay? You might find that your hip flexors, which is the front of your hips, are a little bit tight, a little bit sore after that one. That's totally fine. Good. And the opposite direction, please. Nicely done. All right, so little bit of more spinal work. Hands come down behind the backs of your knees, please. Knees and ankles are hip distance apart. I want you to take a big breath in. As you breathe out, you're going to keep your arms straight and you're going to start bringing your chin to your chest. Start reaching your feet away from you. Arms stay straight for this one. Please don't bend them. You're going to keep pushing your feet away, keeping your chin towards your chest, rolling yourself to sit up nice and tall. Sitting up, spine nice and straight, reaching your head towards the ceiling. Take a big breath in at the top, please. And breathing out. You're going to start the movement from the base of your spine. So feeling like you're pulling your belly back behind you, trying to reach the top of your knickers down onto the mat. So rolling down. Feet stay on the floor for as long as you can. Keep them pointed. We like to look pretty. Rolling all the way down and through. Control it, control it, control it. And coming back and down. Now, I know that not one single one of you looked like that when you did it. And I know that you all just laughed and thought, geez, that's hard. So we're going to do it again. You ready? Coming down on your back. Hands are behind the backs of your knees. Take a big breath in, please. And breathing out. Chin comes to chest. You're going to start pushing your feet away from you Arms stay nice and straight. Mine aren't really straight, so I don't know why I say that. Mine have a teeny tiny bend in them. You're going to keep pushing your feet away from you, rolling, making a nice round back, and sitting up again nice and tall. Big breath in, please. And breathing out, tilting your pelvis under. Feet stay on the floor for as long as you possibly can. Make it look really pretty. Don't let it go. Don't fall. Don't roll, don't roll, don't roll, don't roll, don't roll. And slowly control to roll back and down. I still know some of you just went bleh. And again, ready, big breath in. And breathing out, chin comes to your chest. Keep pushing your feet away from you, please. Good. Rolling to coming up. Sitting up nice and tall. Big breath in. And breathing out, coming all the way back and down. Feet stay on the floor for as long as you possibly can. Nicely done. So from here, please, you're going to bring one leg to tabletop, one foot comes back on the floor. Interlocking your fingers again. Hands come down behind the back of your head. What I want you to do is reach your, so my left leg is in the air at the moment. I want you to reach your right shoulder towards your left knee. Now everyone please pause. I want you to take your finger on your right hip and push it down into the floor, okay? So what just happened was everything just got so much harder, yeah? So it is not, I don't want you to roll over. I can roll over, but my bottom has come off the floor on the other side. I want you to keep your bottom down. Little rotation, good. Now what's gonna happen is you're gonna place that foot back and down, come back to the center, and do it on the other side. Rotate, keeping this hip down. Please don't lift, yeah? Good. Placing back and down, and rotate. Placing back and down, and rotate. We're gonna make it a little bit faster, which also known as a little bit harder. Rotate and switch and rotate. Good. Switch and rotate. Good. Switch and rotate. Shoulders are always back and down, ladies. Okay. Neck nice and long, like a swan. Now again, if you have the shakes, like I do, it's totally normal. Also totally okay. We're going to do 3. Good. 2. Nicely done. And 1. Beautiful. Come back and down, knees coming towards your chest. So for those of you who found that a little bit difficult, please keep your leg bent. For those of you who would like a bit more of a challenge, we're going to make a little change. Come back and up. You're setting up exactly the same way. You are here. If you would like, ladies, both legs come into the air and you're going to extend one leg away from you. So I'm extending my right leg away and rotating my right shoulder towards my left knee. Good. Pause and switch. And switch. And switch. And switch. You've got 8 more. Remember, there is always the option of going with a bent knee. Okay? Now I've totally lost count. Let's call it 6. 5. Good. 4. Nice. Reaching that toe right away from you. 3. Good. 2. And lucky last. Beautiful. Knee comes in towards your chest. Have a little roll out. Good. Again, one knee in each hand. You should be puffing probably a little bit at the moment. I am. That's always nice. All right. Again, guys, so you can do this with your leg bent. You can do it with your legs straight. All right. We're going to make a little tiny change. So from here, I want you to bring both of your legs to tabletop for me. You're going to come up to a chest lift. Pause. From here, you're going to take your left hand on your left knee, your right hand on your right calf, and extend your left leg away. If you would like, that bottom leg can be bent. Extending away. Beautiful. And switch. And switch. And switch. And switch. And switch. You've got 8 more. For 8. And 7. And 6. Try and relax through the top of your neck and your chest. Totally have lost count. This is why I'm not a teacher. In my house, count to 3 or 10. That's it. And last one. Beautiful. Bring your knees in towards your chest. Have a little rest. Little roll out. Okay. So that is the end of today's workout. If you would like to continue with more, please just grab another video from the library and you can add on and continue on. Okay, if you have any problems, please comment below. Let me know, give me some feedback if you'd like stuff, didn't like stuff, what you'd like to change. Otherwise, have a brilliant day, guys.